Now, there are plans to introduce online social media safety lessons for all school children. 2 pilot projects underway following concerns that have been expressed by many parents, for starters, that youngsters are leaving themselves vulnerable both to criminals and bullies. The lessons will focus on making sure children are aware of the importance of protecting their personal information online.
The evidence is that kids are using online media at an earlier and earlier age, so it's important to get them young so they understand what the issues are and how to distinguish between what's my information, what's information I can share with my friends, and are they really my friends, what's information that I can scatter around more broadly.
Bringing it more on this story, live in Cardiff, Tony Neate, Chief Executive of Get Safe Online. Tony, good morning to you. For children,
good morning.
For children currently at school, what is out there within the curriculum that can teach them about how to handle social media safely?
There's very little in the actual curriculum. They get extra support with organisations coming in and talking to them. But I really welcome this. I think it's fantastic. And you referred to the Green Cross Code. My parents and indeed my children were educated because I knew about those type of things. Now what we're seeing is maybe the parents aren't as aware of issues online. So teaching them about how to protect themselves and going forward, because they're going to be the new users when it comes to business, when it comes to shopping online. So educating them at an early stage is a critical thing to do.
It's year zero, isn't it? Because there isn't that trickle down, as you say, of information, of good practice from parents, because many of them obviously didn't grow up, you know, with the social media that's now available. Specifically, what would you teach this new generation that's coming through, for whom social media has been a fact of life for as long as they can remember?
I think there's 2 things I would break it down to. First of all, is the device that you're using. So more and more of us are using mobile telephones. In fact, over 50% of us now access the internet from a mobile device. But some of those devices need protection. So we need to put security on those. And certainly when it comes to laptops and desktops, we need to make sure all of those are protected. So first of all, it's make sure that they know about protecting their PC, then protecting themselves. You know, when it comes to social media, when it comes to anything you do online, you're interacting online, and there's a comfort zone. You sit in your own home, you may be using your own mobile phone, somewhere which you treat as a piece of jewellery, let's be honest, and you think there's comfort there in it. But actually you're talking to the whole world, and what we always got to remember is what goes online potentially stays online, and all sorts of people can look at it. So it's just about being a bit more cautious about what sort of information we put on. With Get Safe Online, we're pushing Safety Internet Day, which is on Tuesday. We're going into schools as well, but it's giving this information but making it interesting and specifically for children, and make it enjoyable for people to use, because it's a great place to be, but let's do it securely.
So, Tony, just briefly, are there any sort of particular groups, genders, who are particularly at risk? I mean, I'm guessing teenage boys and girls, teenage girls. I mean, do these patterns emerge?
Yes, they certainly do. Where, you know, children are becoming very well educated up to the age of probably 19, 20. But what we've seen when we've spoken and done some research is 20-year-olds going up to 30-year-olds are very blasé about security. They may be students. They don't really think that they're the people who are targeted. And of course they are, because they may be the easy touch. So they're the ones who treat security a little less importantly as maybe younger children do, and certainly silver surfers. So yeah, there is definitely an area and a group that feel that they don't have to take it as seriously. The people we've spoken to, a lot of them say, security? No, we don't worry about security. And if our protection runs out on a computer, more often than not, we don't renew it. So that's a slight worrying thing, and we need to change that behaviour pattern.
Tony Neate is the Chief Executive of Get Safe Online. Tony, thanks very much indeed.
Thanks very much.